What's up, boys and girls, this is Jaegerchere, and on this video you will be getting to know the Aztecs better. Firstly, we will start with the civilization bonus, which are the warrior priests that can be used and set in the community plaza. And it is the most efficient unit for the community plaza in the entire game until this moment. The warrior priests will be upgraded automatically and will improve their stats each time that you age up. Each game as Aztec, you will start with an Aztec Warchief, a Warrior Priest, and also an Eagle Scout alongside the settlers and the resource crates that you will get. You may use the Eagle Scout to scout the map and also kill the treasure guardians, and you can train them from the Aztec Warchief. The Aztec Warchief has 3 different abilities and 1 aura buff. Firstly, we have the Recruit Guardian, which can be used on any human treasure guardians. And you can just simply press on the ability and convert a human treasure guardian. Next, we have the Guardian Sweep attack, which you may use on any type of treasure guardians. And for 13 seconds, your Warchief will be having an increased attack speed on the treasure guardians. And next, we have the Swashbuckler attack, which you may use on any sort of enemy unit, either enemy unit or treasure guardians. And as you can see, it does a swing attack and also it does a splash damage to the nearby units. Next, we have the passive ability of the Warchief, which is the XP buff for the nearby units. And as you can see, this unit, for example, has 20 kill XP. So once you kill that unit, if there is nearby your Warchief, you will get double amount of the XP. So how you can identify if your units are buffed or not is just by the circle under the unit. So once they are in range, they will be having the circle, and as soon as they are out of range, the circle of the aura will be gone. So let's say if this unit kills an enemy unit, you will get the XP buff or the additional XP from the unit or building. But if the unit is out of the range, you won't be having that at all. Aztec have 12 different buildings that you can build with them. Starting with the most important one, which is the community plaza, you can set either settlers or the warrior priests inside them. By default, the community plaza of Aztec has 8 different ceremonies that you can cycle through. Starting from the first is the harvest ceremony, which increases the training speed of the economy and military units. Next, we have the gift ceremony, which trickles XP per second depending on how many settler or warrior priests that you have inside the plaza. And next, we have the Warchief ceremony, which increases the Warchief hit point, and also if by any chance your Warchief is dead, it will respawn him from the community plaza for a given time. Next, we have the people ceremony, which spawns you the warriors, which are some soldiers that lose HP over time. They don't cost pop, but you have 6 of them only. And next, we have the war ceremony, which increases the attack of all of your units except for the artilleries, which the capture mortar includes that as well. Next, we have the healer ceremony, which helps you to train the warrior priest from the community plaza, and you can set them again inside the community plaza itself, but it takes some time. And next, we have the healing ceremony, which helps you to generate hit points over time for the idle units that you have around the map. So you have to make sure your units are idle completely, not walking, not in combat, so then you can use this feature. And then at last, we have the Garland War ceremony, which helps you to train school knights from the Aztec community plaza. You can see this is the unit, arguably one of the best unit of the Aztec, but then you can only get them from either shipment or the community plaza. In addition to this, you can add 3 more ceremonies into your community plaza, which is going to be the water ceremony, the calendar ceremony, and also the town ceremony. And each of them have their own unique feature, which the town ceremony improved the buildings hit point, and also for those buildings that have attack damage, range attack damage, it will also increase their attack damage. The building hit point doesn't affect the walls, and as for the water ceremony, it will increase the combat of your warship. And as for the calendar ceremony, it will reduce the price of your next age up depending on how long you have used the calendar ceremony. Next we have the house, which helps you for the population cap, so you get extra population. Then we have the market, which is known. You can trade and convert resources over it, take the market upgrade, which helps you to boost your gather rate. And then you can have the farms, which you can train the livestock from them and then set them inside the livestock to fatten, or in addition to that, you can use settlers on the farms to have infinite source of food, so they will just stand on it and gather food per second. And then after that, we got the docks here. As you can see, you can train 4 different units. So firstly, we have the fishing boat, the canoe, the war canoe, and also the Tolalok canoe. And then we have the trade post, which you can use on any trading post socket. And then you can either train native units if it is a native trade post, or if it is the trade road, you can just place on it and get XP or resources. And then we have the walls, as you can see, just to block units, nothing special. And then we got the war hut to train coyote runner, automaton slinger, and also puma spearman. In addition to that, you can upgrade the war hut, you can set the military and economy shipment point to them. And then after that, we got the noble hut, where you can train the arrow knights, the eagle runner, and also jaguar prowl knight. And just like the war hut, you can upgrade them, set the military and economy shipment point to them as well. And then we have the state, which is the infinite source of coin building that you have. You can set the gatherers on it, and then they will gather coin per second. And then we have the native embassy, which helps you to train the outlaws and also the captured mortar, and also the native units if you have any native alliance on that game. Each Aztec building have their own unique big button tech. Starting from the town center, it has 3 different big button upgrades. So for the first time in the game that you use it, it will provide you 4 jaguar prowl knights for 400 food. The second time it will be 8 jaguar prowl knight for 480 food and 480 gold. And the last time that you use it, it will be 12 jaguar prowl knight for 480 food, 480 wood, and 480 coin. And each time you use this big button upgrade, they will spawn from your military shipment point. Next is the community plaza big button upgrade, which is for 50 food, 50 wood, and 50 coin. Your Warchief XP bounty aura will be doubled. This means that if you kill an enemy unit or building, or any unit that has the Warchief buff under it, you will get extra experience for them, which will be stacked for your shipment. The house big button upgrade, it's for 500 gold for 2 automaton slinger up to 13 minutes. This means that you get up to 15 of them after the 30th minute, and they will spawn through the military shipment point of wherever you set. The market big button upgrade gives 2000 XP for 500 food, 500 wood, and 500 coin. The farm big button upgrade for 600 food and 500 wood, it gives 1 eagle runner for every 2 minutes of the game that you're into, and it will stack up to 15 if you have passed the 30th minute of the game, and it will spawn through your military shipment point. As for the dark big button upgrade, for 2000 food and 500 gold, you will get 4 Tolalok canoes and also increase the warship combat by 10%. The Tolaloks will be spawning from the naval military shipment point, as you can see. In War Hut for 750 gold, you'll get 1 Puma Spearman for every 2 minutes in the game, and also it will stack up to 15 after the 30th minute in an Aztec game, and it will spawn from your military shipment point. As for the Noble Hut, you will get 1 arrow knight for every 2 minutes of the game, and it will stack up to 15 after the 30th minute of the game. And you can set it on the military shipment point and they will just spawn from that. The State Big Button upgrade gives 1 Skull Knight for every 4 minutes of the game, and it will stack up to 7 of them after the 30th minute of the game for 900 coin. And at last we have the Native Embassy, which you can get for 700 coin. It will enable the Outlaws and also the Captured Mortar, which you can get along with the upgrade for them. Aztecs have the highest late game food gather rate on economy building. As you can see on the farms, they have 1.52 food per second, which is massive. These are all the Aztec units that you should know. So first and foremost, of course, we have the Aztec Warchief, and then we have the Aztec Settlers, and then we have the Jenny the Pet Jaguar, which will be enabled through any of the Jaguar pet shipments that you send from the home city shipment. And then after that, you will be able to train them from your Warchief. And then after that, we have the Coyote Runner, which is hand shock infantry, aka a melee cavalry. It's effective against light infantry and artillery. And then we have the Otontin Slinger, a ranged light infantry that is good against heavy infantry. And then we have the Puma Spearman, a hand heavy infantry that is good against cavalry and building with their high siege attack. And next we have the Arrow Knights, which are 2 population, and they are range light infantry that is good against artillery and building with their long range attack. Next we have the Eagle Runner, which is a range shock infantry, aka a range cavalry unit that is good against heavy cavalry and hand shock infantry in both melee and range mode. And then next we have the Jaguar Pro Knight, which are good against heavy infantry, cavalry and shock infantry. And they also have the stealth ability, which you can trigger just like the Coyote Runner, but this is by default. You don't need home city shipments to enable it. And then we got the Eagle Scout, which I've explained earlier. You can train them from your Explorer. And then of course the Warrior Priest, which you can train from your Community Plaza. This is their HP. It won't increase further, but their attack damage will be increasing based on the age that you are in. And then of course we have the Skull Knight, which is a really good unit for sieging, just because of their siege damage that they have, and also they're really effective against cavalry and shock infantry. And they also have a charge ability, which they will do a swing attack and they'll do 5 splash to their nearby enemy units, which is really effective. And then these are the 3 units that are only available from the home city shipment. So firstly we have the Zapotec Lightning Warrior, so you can send it through the home city shipment. They are native units, so they don't cause population. We have the Veteran Rodeleros, so these are again a melee infantry, so they're good against cavalry and shock infantry. So once again, they are only available from the home city shipment only. And we have the Mayans Holcon Javelineers, which are a ranged heavy infantry, aka a musketry type unit. So they're good against cavalry and shock infantry in melee, and they also have a high attack damage with low rate of fire. And these are the outlaws that you can get with the Aztec, the Captured Mortar, the Pistolers, and the Comanchero, and also the Renegade. So these are all the units that you should know about the Aztec, and now we move on to their age ups. Aztecs have 5 different age up options, which in each age they give different bonuses. Starting from the Chief age up, at age 1 it gives 20% comeback to the Chief and also increase the ability attack increased by 25%. At age 2, it gives 30% combat to the chief and also increase the ability attack increased by 50%. And at age 3, it gives 40% combat, also increase the ability attack by 75%. And at age 4, it gives 50% combat and also increase the ability attack by 100%. The Wise Woman at age 1 gives 1 farm traverse and 10% farm and estate gather rate. At age 2, it gives 2 farm traverse, 10% farm and estate gather rate. Age 3 gives 2 farm traverse, 50% farm and estate gather rate. And at age 4 gives 2 farm traverse and 20% farm and estate gather rate. As for the Elder Age Up, at age 1 it gives 1 Warhut traverse and 10% combat to the Warhut and Noble Hut buildings. At age 2 it gives 2 Noble Hut traverse and 10% combat to the Warhut and Noble Hut building. At age 3 you will get 2 Noble Hut traverse and 30% combat to Warhut and Noble Hut buildings. Age 4 gives 2 Noble Hut traverse and 50% combat to Warhut and Noble Hut buildings. As for the Warrior Age Up, at age 1 it gives 2 School Knight, age 2 gives 3 School Knight, age 3 gives 5 School Knight, age 4 gives 8 School Knight. And at last, the Messenger Age Up gives a fast Age Up option for all of the ages. So these were all the Age Up options that you have with the Aztec. So based on the strategies or the build orders that you have, you may choose different one. So I hope you guys found this video useful, and I hope all the basic information that you need for the Aztec was enough inside this video. If you found this video useful, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and that would encourage me to do the next video for the next civilization and also the other remaining civilizations. And also, of course, if you had any question regarding the Aztecs, feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will be replying all of them one by one, and I will be there for you guys. So until the next video, stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.